You won't believe what Andre Ward had to say about Canelo. Payday. You won't payday. I know that. In a brand new interview, Andre Ward did an interview with Fight Hype, and he didn't hold back. He didn't pull any punches. He gave his truest, honest thought. Now, the thing that I liked about Dre Ward in this particular interview is he let it be known that he's not gonna be knocked off his position. Meaning the stuff he has to say for Canelo, if he wants to say it, if he's asked a question, he's going to do his due diligence and answer it honestly and effectively. He doesn't care about the Canelo man fans. He doesn't care. No one's going to prevent him from speaking his mind as it pertains with truthful stuff in boxing. So you guys can watch the interview to hear it verbatim, but I'll paraphrase what Andre Ward was saying. He was talking about the Breakfast Club interview where he famously had some things. Canelo said that he was jealous. The reason why Andre Ward was saying something about him was because of jealousy. And I see Canelo, his fan base, his base tends to suggest that as well. Anybody saying anything, because I've even gotten it from my channel, like where I make a video criticizing something that's rightful that Canelo has done, and the only thing Canelo's fans or Canelo can come up with is you're jealous. You're jealous of him. And Andre Ward says and assures that's not the case. You know, money's not everything. He says, you don't know my personal situation. You don't know my finances, what I have, what I don't have. So jealousy ain't it. And it shows you the temperament of these said fans or Canelo, that's the first thing that they reach for is it must be jealousy, as if somebody can't just be telling the truth. And I feel it's unfortunate that we live in such a watered down society where in this watered down society with cancel culture and all kinds of things that are prevalent is people can't understand and take constructive criticism. So they label it as hate, but we have to establish the rules. Hate is not because you're saying something that the person doesn't want to hear. That's not hate at all. I mean, so all through your years of primary school, elementary school, middle school, high school, every teacher was just out to get you, that if your grades were slipping and you were getting a D in their course and they thought you could do better, they're telling you this because they hate, or they telling you this because they're good at their job and they actually care about their students, and your grades are slipping. You have a lot of misspellings. You need to proofread your essay, etc., etc. You would never say to a teacher, you're hating on me because I'm getting an F in your course. That doesn't even make sense. But somehow in the world of online behavior, that's what people do. People say, oh, you're just hating. But the good thing with that retort is this: when people say, oh, you're just hating, that usually indicates that they don't have anything to add to the conversation. So they just surmise it as you're hating on Canelo, right? But Canelo brought this on himself. He's finding every reason not to fight David Benavidez. And as Andre Ward suggested in this brand new interview, at the end of the day, you're going to be held to the highest of standards. I've already told you on my channel that Canelo has a easy, very easy solution to this all. Drop the belts. If he were to drop the belts, then he wouldn't have as many problems. But when you have all the belts in a given division, in a competitive sport like boxing, then guess what? That comes with responsibility, whether you like it or not. Canelo has a responsibility to the world of boxing, to its fans, and the people who have put him in this position to fight the best. You know, Andre Ward also said in this interview, it's not about fighting the best each time out, because then, you know, your star could burn out really quick. But you're going to have some give me fights. You're going to have some like tune-up style fights. No biggie. But as long as your resume is speaking for itself, and every third fight, every second fight or whatever, is a ranked guy, a better fight in a competitive sport like boxing, you should be okay. Canelo Alvarez, what Dre Ward was saying is he's picking and choosing guys at certain convenient moments. He says when he fought Crusher Kovalev, he was no longer the Crusher. He was pretty much washed. He had already lost to Andre Ward twice. He got stopped by a leader, Alvarez, and then Canelo wants all this credit for that. Plus, Kovalev was coming off a very dangerous and hard fight versus Anthony Yarde, and he didn't really have sufficient time to regroup and recover. He didn't have that rest of recovery. He's fighting Canelo straight after that, pretty much. So that's not good for a fighter to be over 30, have recent losses, recent stoppage losses, and you're getting out of one training camp, immediately going into another one to face Canelo or whoever else, an elite fighter. It just doesn't make sense, especially when Anthony Yarde nearly stopped him. If you go watch that fight, Buddy McGirt said, if you give me another round like that, I'm throwing in the towel. So it doesn't get any more obvious than that. Everything Andre Ward said was correct. Canelo has the onus as a boxer. Do you want to be a boxer? Do you want to be a golfer? You're holding up all the titles in the given division. People want to see you fight the best. And David Benavidez is barking up that tree, and you can't stop it. You're not going to make these problems go away until you face him. So I think Canelo should fight David Benavidez. More and more people, from Floyd Mayweather, who at times he said he wanted to see the fight, Winky Wright, Andre Ward, Oscar De La Hoya, a bunch of people, they're saying the same thing. And the Canelo fans really can't defend it at this point, so they'll just say you're hating. Let me know what you guys think.